Ralda, we come to you through Freya. We give thanks for the things we have received. We give thanks for the things we have yet to receive, and we give thanks for your help in our time of need. We come to you this joyous time of year, and I ask you to be with my family, with those who share our faith and those who are just joining us. Anyone who has questions and needs your assistance, needs your help, please let them see this. Share your light. Let it shine through us so that we can be a beacon on their journey. Tonight, on this solstice night, we celebrate and we will read our history. This is our primal history. Ralda, who alone is whole and eternal, created the potential. Time began and wrought all things, and the very earth herself. Earth bore all grasses, herbs, and trees, all cherished and all despised creatures. All that is good and cherished she brought forth by day, and all that is evil and despised she brought forth by night. After the 12th Yule Fest, she bore 3 girls, Lida from glowing hot, Finda from hot, and Freya from warm substance. As they lay naked, Ralda fed them with his breath so that mankind would be bound to him. As they matured, they became fruitful and dreamed of pleasure. They received Ralda's ode into them, and so they each bore 12 sons and 12 daughters, twins, each Yuletide. All of mankind has come from these. Lida was black, curly-haired as the lambs. Her eyes blazed like stars. Yes, the vulture's glance was timid next to hers. Sharp Lida, a snake she could hear move if there were fish in the water, and it would not escape her nostrils. Athletic Lida, a large tree she could bend, and when she ran, flower stems did not break under her feet. Domineering Lida, loud was her voice, and if she cried in anger, all ran away quickly. Inscrutable Lida, she cared not for laws. Her deeds were driven by her passions. To help the tender, she killed the strong, and when she had done so, she wept over the corpse. Poor Lida, she was turned gray by her capricious leadership, and in the end she died of a broken heart due to the evil of her children. Foolish children, they accused each other of their mother's death. They howled and fought one another like wolves, and while they did, birds ate from her corpse. Who can hold back their tears? Finda was yellow. Her hair was as a horse's mane. A tree she could not bend, but where Lida was able to kill 1 lion, she easily killed 10. Seductive Finda. Sweet was her voice, and no bird could sing like her. Her eyes peered and peeped, but whoever looked at her became enslaved. Unscrupulous Finda. She wrote thousands of laws, but she upheld none of them. She detested the good for their frankness, but easily gave herself up to bootlickers. That was her misfortune. Her head was too full and her heart too vain. She loved no one so much as herself, and she desired to be loved by all. False Finda. Her words were sweet as honey, but those who trusted them came to disaster. Selfish Finda. She wanted to rule the world, and her sons were like her. They had their own sisters serve them and killed each other for control. Double-hearted Finda. Indecent words made her furious, while the worst deeds did not trouble her. If she saw a lizard swallow a spider, her heart hardened, turning cold as ice. But if she saw her children murder a Freya, her bosom swelled with delight. Unfortunate Finda. She died in the blossom of her life, and it still remains obscure to how she fell. Disassembling children, under costly stones they laid down her corpse. With pompous inscriptions they garnished them, weeping to the herd, but in private they did not shed a single tear. Loathsome folk! The text Finda had composed was inscribed on golden plates, but for the best, for whom it was made, never made any use of it. The good laws were removed, and selfishness replaced them with bad ones. O Finda, the earth overflowed with blood as your children mowed down the heads of people like blades of grass. Yes, Finda, those are the fruits of your vanity. Look down from your watchstar and weep. Freya was white, like snow in the red of dawn, and the blue of her eyes was more beautiful than the rainbow. Beautiful Freya, like rays of the sun at noon, shone her hair, fine as spiders' webs. Able-voiced Freya, when her lips parted, birds fell silent and leaves became still. Formidable Freya, the force of her glance made the lion lie down at her feet and the snake withhold its poison. Pure Freya, her food was honey and her drink was the dew gathered from the cups of flowers. Lucid Freya, the first thing she taught her children was self-control. The second was love of virtue. And when they grew up, she made them understand the value of freedom, for she said, "Without freedom, all other virtues will only help make you into slaves, bringing eternal shame upon your ancestry." Mild Freya, she never had metal dug from the earth for her own benefit, but when it was done, it was for common use. Most fortunate Freya, like the stars swarm around the earth, her children encircled her. Wise Freya, when she had raised her children to the 7th generation, she summoned them all to Fleeland and gave them her texts, saying, "Let these be your guide, so it will never go ill with you." Exquisite Freya, when she had spoken, earth trembled like Ralda's sea. Fleeland's surface sank beneath her feet. The sky turned black and rained ceaselessly. And when her children went searching for their mother, she was already at her watchstar. Then finally, thunder spoke from the clouds, and lightning rode upon the firmament. Watch! Foreseeing Freya, the land whence she had ascended was now a stream, and except for her texts, all that had come from her hands was overwhelmed. Responsive children, when they came to themselves again, they made this high mound and built the burg. On its walls, they wrote the texts. And in order that everyone should be able to find it, they called the surrounding land Textland. Therefore, it shall remain as long as earth is earth. Night walks with heavy step round yard and house, as the sun departs from earth, the shadows are brooding. Dreams of wings rustling o'er us in prophecy, light your holy flame, Hail Mother Freya. Spells and dark powers destroyed by your flame, guard of the holy flame, protection for us brings. Dreams of wings rustling o'er us in prophecy, light your holy flame, Hail Mother Freya. Stars that lead us the way to find become your clear flares, O fair maiden. Dreams of wings rustling o'er us in prophecy, light your holy flame, Hail, Mother Freya.